Me being lazy? No, that cannot happen. I hate lazy people. I hate when my teenager is lazy. That is something that I cannot accept. I will not accept. If that's you, you need this tapping session. Stay with us. Hi. This tapping session is going to be on accepting the personality trait or quality or ability of being lazy. This is accompanying the podcast that I published this week about the fact that we may be creating the arguments with our teen because we can't accept something in us that we see them demonstrate. Those shadow, those unacceptable parts of us that we bury. We bury them under the surface. We stuff them under the carpet. And of course, because we can't accept that, we decided that it's unacceptable. We cannot accept it from our teens. We're going to do the tapping session because it's not that I want you to be lazy, but like anything, any subject has a positive way of expressing it and a negative way of expressing it. And I explained all that in the episode, the link is below. I explained how to spot the traits or personality aspects of yourself that you stuffed under and how to deal with them. And this tapping session is to help you do that. So let's start with imagine, close your eyes and imagine that you are somewhere in a public place and there is a crowd of people and someone is calling you lazy. And maybe it's in your professional life, maybe it's as a mom, somewhere, someone is telling you, pointing the finger, you're lazy. If you can't accept that trait, that quality about yourself, you're going to feel a reaction in your body. Where is it? And how intense is it? I used to be very, very triggered by being perceived as lazy. If you feel it in your chest or in your stomach, take a note of it. Take a note of the intensity from 0 being I don't feel anything, 10 is it's overwhelming. And by the way, if you don't feel anything about being lazy, you can replace that by another aspect of your personality that you are not able to accept. Just change the words when you repeat after me. And we're going to go for our tapping session. And I'm going to assume that you feel certain sensations and the place where you feel it, you're just going to change and customize to what is the case, what is the sensation that you're feeling and the place in your body. Even though me being perceived as lazy is really triggering me. I hate thinking that I can be lazy. I would hate people to think that about me. And I just can't accept it. And I feel that tightening in my stomach when I even think about that. I choose to love myself and accept what I feel. Even though thinking about me being called lazy is very disturbing to me. I feel this sensation in my stomach, this tightening. I do not like that. I would hate for someone to think that I can be lazy. That's not me. I choose to love myself completely and to accept what I feel. Even though being lazy is really not a quality that I want to embrace, that's beyond what I can do. It's really bad. I can't accept that about myself. I do not want to be perceived as lazy. I choose to love and accept myself anyway. And I honor how I feel. Being lazy, that's really not me. I cannot accept or conceive that I could be lazy in any way or form. Because being lazy is bad. Lazy people don't go anywhere in life. Lazy people are not productive. They are bad for society. That cannot be me. And that's below the collarbone here. Well, soft. My necklace is a little bit in the way. That cannot be me. I do not want to be perceived or accept that I could be lazy. That creates that sensation in my stomach. That tightening in my stomach. Lazy is bad. It's not me. I refuse to accept that I could have laziness in me. I don't like myself if I'm lazy. I don't like people who are lazy. And that's a fact. You won't make me accept that. But what if there was a positive side of laziness? No, I don't see what. But what if that could be described otherwise? What if I could call it productive laziness? Something to think about. Maybe I can accept a little bit more being lazy if there is productivity to it. What if we could see laziness as relaxing? Not doing anything. What if the positive side of laziness is relaxing and not doing anything? I bet because I never accepted that I could be lazy, I rarely do that. It may even be one of my challenges. I don't rest enough. Or maybe when I rest, I don't call that laziness. But what if I did? What if I could accept that sometimes I'm lazy too? Because I relax and I don't do anything. And maybe I need to do more of that. Maybe I need to learn from my teen. Because my teenager knows how to be lazy. He or she knows how to relax and not do anything. And maybe I can learn to do that. Maybe I can be productively lazy. This ball in my stomach about being lazy. What if I could let it go because I can be productively lazy? What if I could accept that being lazy is not necessarily bad? What if I could accept that the more I relax and do nothing consciously, the better I perform later? Okay, that's not something I want to do all the time, of course, but I can relax about this idea of being lazy. It can be good for me. I thank my teenager for teaching me that. I am ready to accept the positive side of laziness as part of my personality. It is safe to shed light and to bring that part of me to the light. It is safe to be consciously lazy. I now give myself permission to be lazy. I give myself permission to accept that others can be lazy. I give myself permission to see all that under a different light. As I accept my lazy side, I free myself and I become whole. As I accept my lazy side, I integrate and start loving one more part of myself. I am ready to accept my lazy side, and I am ready and open to accept myself completely, exactly as I am, lazy side or not. Now take a deep breath and go back to that scene where someone is pointing at you, telling you that you're lazy. And see if there is a difference in the way that you react. Either the sensation in your body is not there anymore or way lower. The emotion, the rejection of that trait is way lower. And think now about someone being lazy, your teenager, for instance, since that's what the episode was about. How do you feel? What's the level of intensity of your reaction this time? Did it go lower? Normally it would, but if it's not as low as you would like it to be, you can go back to the beginning of that tapping session and redo it. In some cases, it will be higher because you're focusing on what you usually push under the rug. That's a good sign, don't worry. Just redo the tapping until you become more neutral. So I hope it helps, and you can do that with any part of yourself. Once you will have learned the way to identify those hidden parts of yourself, the parts that you refuse to acknowledge and that are still under the surface, driving the bus in an unconscious way, which is never a good thing. With what I explained in the episode, I repeat, the link is below. You can do that and approach every rejected part of yourself to bring them to the light and to integrate and become really whole with all the parts of yourself. Bye for now.